first character, because we have looked at the introduction, and see which character can we use in our first paragraph. Now, even before you start writing, ensure that you have 4 characters that you can discuss in your 4 paragraphs. And just a reminder, in case you have forgotten, that every paragraph should have a topic sentence, background information, illustrations, and a clincher. In this case, I have mentioned characters such as Mosi, Inspector Bbe, Seimo, Ted, Ramdaye. I mean, the characters are many, but ensure you have at least 4 so that as you write your paragraphs, you have information for the 4. Now, we could start by looking at Mosi. Mosi is the mayor of Maracas municipality, and he is involved in a number of atrocities, and he ends up suffering because of that. In this case, I want you to pick one item at a time and then discuss it fully, because I believe in the course of the discussions or in the course of the essay questions that we shall keep having, we can actually discuss more. We can discuss a question that will feature Mosi alone. But for this particular one, we can actually use different characters in each paragraph. So for Mosi has done a couple of things. I'll give an example. You can use this paragraph, talk about Mosi and the intimidation he has towards Miss Nicole. Remember, for this particular paragraph, we can give information in such a way that we talk about Mosi going to Sagrada High School to launch the Samaritan app. But the moment he gets to see that the Samaritan app is exposing the municipal council leaders, then he's against it. And he gives a very flimsy reason, and he says, you see, the app is too good, and it has far-reaching implications on social, economic, and political life of the people in Maracas municipality. Therefore, he tells Nicole that the leaders will need more time to go through this app. Nicole should write to the Ministry of Education citing issues in the Samaritan app. But then Nicole tells Mosi that senior officials from the Ministry of Education went through the app and they found no errors. But Mosi is agitated. He still insists that Nicole should write a letter and a copy should be sent to him. But then Nicole says, I will do what is right. And at that time now, Mosi threatens Nicole. He tells her, just do as I am telling you. As if that is not enough, the moment he meets with Bbe and the other leaders, he talks to Bbe, who is his ally, and tells him, the teacher is very stubborn. What can I do? I need her to halt the app, ban the app, that is the Samaritan app. So at this point, Bbe then tells Mosi that don't worry about it. I have a way of making people switch allegiances, and that's how they come up with the allegations that Nicole stole a school generator, that her phone signal was found at a murder site, and she's arrested. So you can use that as an example to show that Mosi engages in unethical acts, because whatever he does to Miss Nicole is a misdeed. It is unethical. It is not right. But does he get away with it? He does not, because further, you can add this information and say, you can still add this information and say that Mosi, together with the other leaders, go to visit Nicole at Sagrada High School. Yeah, they want to bribe her with a position in the municipality council. But she says no. And at that point when in school, Inspector Tajo comes over and arrests Mosi together with the other leaders. You could talk about another issue on Mosi. This is about the municipal capture, where every decision that he makes is based off personal interests. So anything he does, he's accused of inflating the cost of projects. He's accused of not saying anything when the leaders do the wrong things. And this is because whatever it is that the leaders are doing, it does not affect him personally. So he does not care about it. We could look at another leader, and this is Bbe. Inspector Bbe. This is another character that has a lot of details in the text. I will be sharing in due course a question on Bbe, and this is a question I actually shared with the newspaper every Monday. High Schooler, Magazine, Daily Nation. Be on the lookout. I keep sharing questions from the Samaritan and the other short stories, so you can go and look for that question specifically on Bbe. But in this question then, we are looking at the misdeeds. What is Bbe doing, and is he suffering because of that? Now, for background information, you can say that Inspector Bbe is the inspector of the police. He's supposed to ensure that the police enforces law and order, but he does not. He uses the police as his personal outfit to collect bribes from the innocent and the guilty alike. So that is something he does. Where does this money go to? He takes the money and uses it to build the Madingo Golf Club and his home. And remember, this is a home that is built on Maracas University land. But at this particular instance, that is not even important. So we are looking at the misdeeds, and now this is corruption. Him using the police force. So when you focus on Bbe and how he uses the police force, then you can go ahead and talk about this same police force is the one he uses to protect the goons, the gang. That is the Red Eagle that is headed by Mosi and the Ghetto Boys. Remember when they meet and they want to stop the vote of no confidence, Simo and Ted organize a rally that will happen at the municipality's headquarters. But because Mosi does not want to leave that seat, being the mayor of the Maracas municipality, then he goes to Bbe and tells Bbe to support him. And Bbe tells him, when you send the Red Eagle, ensure that they have white ribbons so that the undercover police can identify them. So instead of using the police force to protect the people of Maracas municipality, Bbe uses the police force to protect the goons. Does he get away with it? Remember, the question has two sides: the misdeeds, the unethical acts, and how they bring about suffering. So for Bbe, one thing we know, he is diabetic. The moment Harvester shares information and he tells him that some information has been shared in the Samaritan app, and through that they have gotten to know that his land is built on Maracas University's land, and therefore there's a lobby group that is going to court to ask that Bbe returns this land. This gives him a lot of heat. He's sweating. He tells Mosi that he will die soon because he will lose everything. He has used all his savings. He's about to retire. He's diabetic. He's afraid of going to Baneta Express prison, and he says if he goes there, he will not last a week because he's diabetic. You can list all those tribulations that Bbe goes through, or even in the clincher, you can still talk about Bbe getting arrested by Tajo. Now, this particular character has other things that you can use on him, other misdeeds, away from misusing the police force. Look at how he intimidates Nicole. So you can talk about Bbe, Inspector Bbe intimidating Nicole. How does this happen? In the topic sentence, say Inspector Bbe intimidates Nicole, blackmails Nicole, comes up with allegations against Nicole, but he does not get away with it. The moment you mention that he does not get away with it, that means you have answered the second part of the question. How does he not get away with it? This is by what we have listed above. So for this particular paragraph, if you intend to use Nicole, the intimidation, you can talk about what he tells Nicole. So he visits Nicole in school and then tells her that she should join him to go to the police station to record a statement. Nicole asks Bbe, why am I going to the police station? I have not done anything wrong. But then he comes up with the two allegations that Nicole is accused of stealing the school generator, and number 2, that her phone signal was found in a murder site. He uses that, gets 2 police officers who arrest Nicole. So that is another item that you can use on Bbe. And the moment we get to look at an essay question based on Bbe alone, then I'll come up with another 2 points that you can use to write the complete essay. And so we still have 2 other paragraphs that we need to look at, and I will do that in the next episode. So make sure that you watch the episode that I will upload next, so that we look at the 2 other episodes that we will use for our 2 paragraphs to make sure that we have the 4 paragraphs and a conclusion as well. It has been a pleasure taking you through the question. I will write it in the description box. In case there is any other question that you're having trouble with and you would want me to look at it, I'll be here to help you out. Until next time, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share, and we shall keep learning together. It's a goodbye from me for now.